Well, the findings of my study are, to be as simple as I can, that the economics of farming in the Spokane region, despite all the big fields and the big combines and the sort of incredible productivity of agriculture in the Spokane region, it's not been rewarding farmers all that well. In fact, in the last 20 years, farmers on average have lost $40 million each year, spending that much more producing crops and livestock than they get from the market. And they often make it up by renting out their land so that other people will take that risk. They often can make it up with federal subsidies that help offset those costs. And many farm families have to have someone working off the farm to collect benefits. But overall, I looked at the economy and found these $44 million lost a year by farmers, $125 million of subsidies coming in, which helps compensate some of the losses, but not every farmer gets subsidies because not every farmer is growing a crop that's subsidized. Meanwhile, the farmers in the region are spending about $420 million a year buying inputs that are sourced far away, and that creates another flow of money away from the Spokane region. But even more, I think, curiously, the folks who are living in the Spokane region are buying about $1.5 billion of food every year from outside sources. So overall, we had $1.8 billion of losses to the Spokane region. That's $5 million each day flowing away from Spokane as people farm and eat. And the question really is, how long can Spokane continue to have those losses? It's one thing when you're making a lot of money in manufacturing and can balance that, but when things get tight, when oil prices go up, we're going to have to really address that at some point soon, and I think it's really a big challenge. What I see happening in the middle of those losses is that clusters of farms and food businesses are organizing where people work together to try to create a little bit of stability that helps them prosper a little bit more. Shepherd's Grain is a good example where farmers make a little bit more money by selling food to local markets. It's grown locally, it's milled locally, it's consumed locally, and that creates local food trade that helps build the local economy. It's not quick work, it's long-term strategy, but I think those things are trying to emerge, and we need some public policy that will support them with some investment, with some infrastructure that makes their work more efficient, that will make them strong in the next several decades it's going to take to really fashion a food economy that's more focused on how do farmers raise food for local markets rather than how do people export food to distant places.